The Wizards earned their 16th win of the season, defeating the Philadelphia 76ers 119-114 in Philly. And look, they look good tonight. Team basketball was the focus. Come on, rock with your boys. Next on Locked On Wizards.
You are Locked On Wizards, your daily Washington Wizards podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BScott again with my guy AB. And tonight's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use promo code Locked On NBA for $20 off your first purchase. Gametime. All right, everybody. The Washington Wizards do earn their 16th win of the season, defeating the Philadelphia 76ers 119-114. And it was team basketball tonight, man. The young core looked good tonight. But like I said, 16th win of the season. What does that say, AB? Progress. We are now have more wins than last year. So, yes, we are in year 2 of a rebuild. Yes, it's only 16 wins, but it's progression. You want to see progression year in and year out, and this is definitely a better record than last year. Progression. So, AB, how did the Wizards win this game tonight, man? And who impressed you the most tonight?
Man, B, off the gate, they were on fire in that first half from three. I mean, JP from the logo. Shout out to my boy Vooch, man. We give him credit where credit is due every game. 17.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Second round pick, B. I can't emphasize it enough. This man, I know as much as I love talking about him. When given the opportunity, this man go out there and produces. And obviously, I like to see our main guys, Poole, Sarr, Champagny with 18, 10, 1 and 1. Are you freaking kidding me? Produce. Vooch, when he's given the opportunities, has shown every time why he should be given that backup center role. And I really can't wait how his role would be next year going into this offseason. With JP with 18, 2 and 7, Alex Shaw with that floater to basically seal the game 24-7, 2, 1 and 2. Like, this is all around great team basketball. And like I go back to Champagny, 10 rebounds with a guy like his size, like just going out there hustling, even when it's a season when you had 15 wins last year, 16 wins this year. It's improvement. You're clearly not making the playoffs. You're still going out there and balling out. It's just what we love to see.
Oh, absolutely. I'm with you. I'm 100% AB. 3 main reasons in my eyes, team-wise, why the Wizards won this game. Well, number one, they capitalized with high percentage looks, man. 50% from the field goal range. Now, 3-point percentage, 40.9%. Now, come on, rock with me. Rebounding, they controlled the paint, winning the rebound battle 59-55, including 13 offensive rebounds. But most of all, y'all, was 30 assists, which told me what? Team basketball, ball movement was fluid tonight, and you saw that, man. When this team plays like a team, they win like a team. All right, individually, let's start with Alex Sarr. He continues to play high-level basketball, man. Not too shabby for a guy who's a bust after 5 centimeter games. I'm just saying. I mean, the brother is playing high-level basketball, man. 24 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. I mean, 10 for 17 for the field, 4 for 7 for 3. Come on now. Alex Sarr is going to be special. I'm trying to tell you. And he's climbing up the boards for Rookie of the Year. Now, obviously, the top 3 right now is Reece Shea, Stephon Castle, and Alex Sarr. So, again, not too bad for a weak draft. Just saying. Alex Sarr is going to be special. He is definitely going to be one of the faces of this franchise going forward, man, because he has gotten better every single week, AB. But he's not the only one. Jordan Poole, again, another good game. And we know what it is with JP, man. We definitely know what he can do this season. He's played at a high level, played at the all-star level, and another good performance from him. 18 points with 7 assists, definitely getting other people involved. He wasn't the only guard to do that. Bob Carrington, 6 assists. AJ Johnson, 6 assists. So that tells you about the depth of guards we have here in DC. And like I said, shout out to my guy, DC Hoopla, man, who says, we don't need another guard here in DC. And he offers a compelling case. I'm just saying, when you look at all 3 guards tonight, I mean, 6 assists, Carrington, 7 assists, Poole, 6 assists, AJ Johnson. These guys they're fast, they can score, they're explosive, they're athletic, but they can set other people up. And that shows you that we do have some good depth here as far as guards, man, here in DC. You mentioned already, AB, Justin Shippey, man, the brother from BK. Come on, man. 18 points, 10 boards. I love the fact that he gets in the paint and gets nasty and gets active, man. I love that. Justin Shippey is that energy guy, man. I mean, a two-way stud. I mean, I love how he plays the game. I mean, I'm a big fan of JC. Like I said, he finds ways to get in there and get active in the paint. 3-point shot, 4 for 6 from 3, 7 for 12 for the field overall. So he's efficient. Come on now. All right, so rounding it out real quick. Tristan Vucevic, you already named it, AB. Come on, man. Vucevic produces when given minutes. Continue to give him minutes. He is the backup center of the future behind Alex Sarr. And like I said, with his versatility, with his ability to play the power forward position, like I said, I made it known that I'm not against them adding another 7-footer or another center in this draft, man. But like I said, Tristan Vucevic, Second round. Come on now. Where did we draft him again, AB? Come on now. Where did we get him?
Second round, B. I can't emphasize it enough. Like for so long, as much as we've been Wizards fans, second round picks were just in Europe, but they just weren't part of the team. They weren't part of the future. But now it's meaningful. It really is meaningful. And again, as much as criticism you want to give Will Dawkins for the whole trade scenario with Kuzma and Valanciunas not getting enough value, he's been doing way better, more things than wrong things. And every GM's going to make mistakes, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Finding him in the second round and him potentially being a key piece of his franchise, you just got to love it, man.
No, with you. I mean, what can you really get on him? If you really want to nitpick, yeah, they waited too long to trade Chicago. I think we all agree with that. I never held Tyus Jones or KP against him because the likelihood of them walking for nothing was already there. So I'm not going to, like I said, that was definitely there was a 50% chance that you were not going to get anything for them. So not sweating that. And like I said, I think he really made up for that when it comes to Kyle Kuzma because gaining not only Chris Middleton, not only draft capital, but a prospect in A.J. Johnson, which he definitely has a part in the long-term future here in D.C., man. So like I said, it was a good trade. Yeah, he waited too long, but come on now. He rectified that with that trade, in my opinion, sending Kuzma to Milwaukee. So like I said, you see the depth of young talent we have here in D.C., and a lot of people who are skeptics are now saying, look, I love the direction of this team. People are very hesitant with the rebuild. People that, got tired of seeing them lose, couldn't understand what the positives were, have a hard time really trying to see the positives out of anything with this team. You see it. Year two, you see how much depth of young talent we have here in DC. 5 draft picks underneath general manager Will Dawkins. All were hits. A.J. Johnson, Kobe Jones. I told people that didn't even know who Kobe Jones was. Keep your eye on this brother, man. He can play. Kobe Jones, man. And like I said, I look forward to get down here and chop it up with Kobe Jones in the practice facility, man. Because like I said, this brother can play, man. I mean, he can play. A.J. Johnson, come on now. And again, that's 4 first-round picks in this previous draft in a weak draft. I'm just saying. So, and you haven't even thrown the veterans in there. Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey. We haven't seen Sadiq Bey play yet. And like I said, he worked out with the go-go, so he's ramping up. But I think both of us kind of agree that I don't really see a reason to rush it. Let him set, get him the offseason, get 100%. And, there's no reason to rush him, man, because we're not playing for anything. So, but I'm very intrigued to see what Sadiq can do, man, because like I said, my guy can play. Sadiq Bey can play, man. So going back to JC real quick, AB, I mean, when you look at players like JC, when you look at players like Jared Butler, who he was on the 76ers tonight, so Jordan Goodwin, how much of a testament of the development these guys on the 2-way contracts? I mean, you think the credit is due to the Wizards exclusively, or you think that we got to give the Capital City Go-Go their flowers as far as player development?
For me, I think you lean more towards the Go-Go because, again, we've seen it with Jordan Goodwin, Jared Butler, Champagnie. Just these guys that just emerge from, especially they take advantage of their opportunities. And I think it just goes back to the Wizards. When has that ever been apparent? As much as we've been fans, bringing in guys from the G League and making an impact right away. And a friendly contract the Wizards got on Champagnie. I think it was 4 years, 10 like that. You love to see that, and he's making an impact where it's a losing season, but you're still going out there impact. So just imagine when winning basketball is just how he's going to emerge with these young stars with Sar, JP. And I can't stress it enough. And with top 5, hopefully top 3, top 1 pick that we're gonna get, we're only gonna get better from here. And on top of that, you have the second round picks, the pick swaps. I mean, how can you not be optimistic right now as a Wizards fan?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I agree 100% because I've been saying the entire time, and I know you have also, AB, which is you got to look at the small victories. Early on last year, first year of the rebuild, I made it known time and time again to the point where people are like, BScott, got to slow down, man. Culture. And now you see why culture is important, why you see chemistry is important, why you see having a healthy locker room is important, because we saw what bad locker rooms do in DC, man. When they have a good locker room here, I mean, culture is important. That was the first thing they solidified was culture, which is playing hard, playing to win, which is coming together, being coachable, trying to get better. I mean, prioritizing not only, development, but developing yourself as a young player, man. All the right things off the court, working on your body. These are all things that solidified early in the game. Now you see, especially, I mean, look, it's a top-down approach. Ownership has bought in. Look, he knows 2 things with ownership. Number 1, he knows that a rebuild was sorely needed. Number 2, he wants to see some progression out of his team because, look, Ovechkin ain't going to be around forever, man. I'm just saying the Capitals will rebuild sooner than later, and you want to see the Wizards take that next step because you can't have 2 rebuilding teams in the same arena, man. It's not box office at all, man. So it behooves the Wizards to get good. And like I said, the top-down approach. General Manager Will Dawkins, President of Basketball Operations Michael Winger, man. Travis Schlenk. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, this front office knows what they're doing. There's adults in the building. I mean, the fact that they've hit on all 5 draft picks, acquired young prospects in Kobe Jones and AJ Johnson, veterans in Chris Middleton, Rashawn Holmes, Malcolm Brogdon, Marcus Smart. I mean, pick swaps, 4 first-round picks in the next couple of drafts. Come on now. If you're not optimistic, man, I don't know what to say. I mean, you're just not going to buy in, man. I mean, if you're not optimistic with the direction of this team, I don't know what to say, because I get it. We probably have another year of rebuilding, man. And even though you're going to see some massive progression, look, none of us thought they were going to win 10 games this year, AB. They won 16. They very well could win 18, in my opinion, because they have come together. They play well together. They want to get better together. This locker room, this team overall, from the ownership down to the players to the guy who mops the daggone floors, they have bought in, man. They have bought into what they're doing here in DC. And like I said, much work needs to be done, but they're hitting in the right direction. Lao Tzu, what I say, man. Lao Tzu said himself in Dao De Ching, man, said a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. They have taken that step. So let's get in the comments, man, because we're going to celebrate tonight, AB. Come on now, 16 wins. And like I said, I get it, 16 wins, but that is progression, baby. So we're going to get in the comments, y'all. But before we do, tonight's episode is brought to you by Gametime. There's nothing like watching basketball live. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. The energy of the crowd, the sound of the sneakers on the hardwood, and maybe even a celebrity sighting courtside. Saw Will Smith over there tonight. If you want to catch a game in person, Gametime makes getting tickets easier than ever. Come on now. Gametime's new feature, Gametime Picks, filters out the fluff and shows you only the best deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time scrolling through thousands of tickets. And I've just used Gametime, man. I just got tickets to the Orioles and the Nationals and Camden Yards in May, man. So shout out to my guy, the real that Oliver, man. He's gonna roll with your boy, man. So like I said, Gametime gives you the opportunity to get great tickets, man. You get a view from your seat, best deals. I'm trying to tell you that Gametime is my go-to. So look, don't take my word for it, y'all. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime Picks. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use promo code LOCKEDON8NHL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. And again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off. All right, now, download Gametime today. What time is it? Gametime, baby. All right, y'all. Like I said, we're going to celebrate tonight. Let's get in the comments now. So, first things first, my guy, Anti-Social Extrovert. Happy Wednesday. Hope all is well with AJ Johnson, Bub, Keyshawn, Alex R, and Be Cool. Do we need Christian Laettner 2.0? Oh, I don't know that we so, especially if playing time has impacted thoughts. Impacted in our thoughts. I'm gonna let you start with AB. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I just feel like right now with this Wizards team, you got some young guys, but for me, I think you got to go with Flag if he's there at 1. I just don't know if, again, at the end of the day, you look at Derek Queen, game winner, that was nice, but just how can you, as of right now, put him over Flag? I'm still starstruck by that comment. I was still thinking about it post stream too. Like I don't know what the man was thinking, but for me right now, it is still Flag. But obviously, Plan B is you somehow get Harper because again, you desperately need a wing. And like you said, DC Hoopa talked about the abundance of point guards here. Just make sure, obviously, you want the best player available, but also got to make sure you put strengths at every position on the court. And if Plan B doesn't go well, then you go with Plan C, trade back and try to get Derek Queen. But for right now, I'm all in on Cooper Flag. I know it's nice to see these young guys play, but just imagine how good they would be when you add a guy like Cooper Flag who can play both ways.
Now, look, AB, you can't strike out in the top 3, man. I mean, Cooper Flag at number 1 to me is easy. That's easy money. But even with Dylan Harper, I get it. We have an over influx of, guard depth, but then you got to look forward a little bit too. We made it known time and time again that you can't pay everybody. I mean, in the next couple of years, hard choices are going to have to be made. I'm just saying, Dylan Harper, you got to look at guard. But like I said, you have so much guard depth here. You can get away with not making an emphasis at all with guard. I mean, obviously, you got to prioritize small forward and power forward. So that would be my two positions that I would definitely prioritize. But like I said, Ace Bailey, we need that score. You can't strike out in the top 3, and you can argue you can't strike out in the top 5. Derek Queen, Trey Johnson, list goes on. If you want a taller guard, Igor Demine. I mean, the list, the top 10. I mean, that's how loaded this draft is, man. You can easily say the top 15, and you can still see quality picks in the later stages of the first round because you were talking about Danny Wolf with our second first round pick. I mean, Danny Wolf is Jokic 2.0, so there is massive talent in this draft. Locked on Law, my homie, was good. It says we need more scoring. If Flag is more scoring, we need him. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at scoring, a lot of scoring in this draft, man. Trey Johnson, score. Ace Bailey, the best, in my opinion, probably one of the best scorers in this draft, if not the best scorer. Dylan Harper can score. I mean, Cooper Flagg is, two-way stud. I mean, the list, and it goes back to my point. There's so much talent in this draft that you can't lose. I mean, Tommy Shepard would probably lose, man. Ernie Grunfeld probably picking the kid out of Illinois. I'm just saying. But I mean, this front office, they're definitely going to add that face. And like I said, you're going to have more than one face. I can see Alex Starr and Bilal Coulibaly being, part of a three-headed monster on this team. Once you add that Ace, once you add that Dylan, once you add that Cooper, man. So, Jack Phillips says, I know y'all saw that AJ Johnson behind the back, a fake pass and dunk look like prime Rondo out there. Sheesh. Oh, I'm trying to say, AP, come on, man. AJ Johnson's nasty, man. I mean, the young brother can ball. I'm trying to tell you, man, the explosiveness, the athleticism, what's not the love?
6 assists too, B. I know we talked about it, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, B, I know you talk about Kobe Jones, but again, you got to add AJ Johnson to the mix. Trade deadline pickup. It's just Wizards fans but wait till a couple of years when people realize like how much of a swift trade that was.
Oh, look, barely anybody knew about him. When the day of the trade deadline, I told people, I said, look out for Kobe Jones and look out for AJ Johnson. AJ Johnson was the best part of the deal. Nothing against Chris Middleton, big Chris Middleton fan, man. But the biggest emphasis long term is AJ Johnson. He's a baller. I mean, I'm telling you, he is going to be special. Same thing with Kobe Jones, man. I mean, and a lot of people didn't follow both of them, man. But because I believe AJ Johnson only played 48 minutes in Milwaukee. So he barely played. So he didn't get a lot of exposure. Obviously, they're a playoff team or a prospective playoff team, man. But they're definitely a playoff team. But I mean, with Dame Lillard being out, another subject for another day, AB. But I'm with you. Locked on Law says Justin Mother Loving Champagne. Y'all, come on now. JC looking good. Avery Lake, what's up? Says Vuk going to get 17 points no matter what, and I love it. Absolutely. Avery, man, I'm with you, man. Vucevic is a baller. He is the backup center of the future, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Fred Vezel, my guy. Come on now. How you doing, Fred? Sixers history of tanking served them well. I mean, did it? I mean, they look like they're headed into another rebuild, man. I mean, they got one heck of a situation there. I mean, I like Jared McCain. I like Tyrese Maxey. Paul George just needs to go ahead and just go be podcast P full time, man. And then Embiid, I'm not gonna get honest with my take on him because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Because last time I was honest about Embiid, people were mad at me. But I'm just gonna say this: he needs to be serious. He's not serious enough to lead, to be the leader of this team, and he's starting to lose control of this team. It's more and more apparent that Tyrese Maxey is becoming the man in this team. So it is what it is on that front. AJ, Lord, you see what I'm thinking about, AB. Avery Leak says Vuk hosting a block party. I love it. Absolutely. I mean, Vuk, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. Oh, man. No matter Ryan says Sar trying to inch up the rookie of the year ranks. Vuk and Sar looks real. Champagne hitting them boards. A dub makes you smile. I'm smiling from ear to ear, my brother. So let me ask you, AB, rookie of the year. I mean, it's and taking Wizards bias out of it. Obviously, we both want Alex Sar to be that guy, but who's your favorite, right? As it stands right now, if you were the person to hand out the award, who are you handing the award out to, man?
Yeah, that sucks not being a bias here, because you know who I'm going to say. For me, first of all, I just want to say, B, we talked about it a lot, how going into the first half or going into the second half of the season, watch this team post-trade deadline. I don't think I want to we both pat each other on the backs because we talked about how this team is going to be weren't so many people thought this team weren't going to win double-digit games, and now they improved from last year. I get it; it's only one game more, but still progress. There's still more games to go. But rookie of the year was Jared Kane. I think he was solidified. I think Sar was going up there neck and neck with him, but when McCain went down, I thought Sar was going to be the one to win it. And now with Sar with that injury, I mean, he's been really consistent ever since that career high game against Denver. He really has been on the roll. But I think because of the injury and all, I think Stephon Castle is. I just don't see the argument for Rishon Shea. But I can see Castle. I don't really see Zach Edey because again, Rishon Shea really hasn't. Maybe he's had shown some flashes. I just haven't been keeping up. But for me, I think Sar should be over than Rishon Shea. But I think Stephon Castle. Unfortunately, it really does suck. I thought Sar would have been the guy to get it. I think Castle gets the award.
Yeah, it's a tight one. Like I said, taking my bias out of it. I mean, what Stephon Castle's done, especially when areas that he's thriving, shooting the ball. A lot of people thought he was going to be able to shoot. He looks well. I mean, he looks really good in San Antonio. So, like I said, it's a tough one. I mean, Rishon Shea, number 1 overall, Alex Harden, number 2 overall. It's going to be a tight race, man, straight up. I mean, and like I said, they call this a weak draft. All three guys, out of all three, to me personally, you know, I see more star appeal with Alex Sarr. I mean, nothing against Stephon Castle, man, but obviously his star is not going to be as bright as Wembanyama out in San Antonio. And then when you look at Risa Shea, he's not even the best player on his team. So I mean, like I said, looking at Alex Sarr, to me, in certain ways, he shines above the rest. But like I said, you can't take away from what both of those guys have done, Risa Shea and Stephon Castle, and amongst other people. Zach Edey, the list goes on. Tyler Wells, I believe his name is Tyler Wells, man. I'm thinking about the Orange right now. Wells out of Memphis, man. Let's see. Link says Sarr balling. New, good, young core pieces. JP getting 18 and 7 without trying. Absolutely. JP 13 doing his thing, man. And a good spot for a number one pick. Solid vets. Man, the list goes on and on. We are in a great spot. Absolutely. Great comment, man. We are in a good spot indeed. My guy, No Breaks Dude. Shout out to my guy, No Breaks Dude, man. And like I said, hey, you guys want to know where Big Cool's nickname came from? This brother right here. Just saying. Let's see. He says, stars of the night, Sarr, Champagne, Vuk. Future looks promising. I swear we need a big four. Flag. But JC gets boards easy. Absolutely. Jalen Martin has star swag. Let's see if game follows. Thoughts on him and Thor. Yo, I'm trying to say Jalen Martin, man, and JT Thor. Quality under the radar pickups, man. I like JT Thor when he was in Charlotte. Great size, great athleticism. What do you think about both of their games, real quick, AB?
Again, like Thor, his size and I think his upside, it's rare, and it's so awesome that we have this problem where so much young talent, and it's going to be a lot of decisions going into this offseason, but even in the future, where who you're going to decide to keep here in this young core here in DC. Martin, I mean, just again, when given opportunity, all these young guys that we picked up in this deadline are just given more minutes. They produce when given the opportunity. That's what you love to see, and that's just something you haven't seen in the recent Wizards history. It was just more about like vets taking the show, but now you let the young guys take over and see where they fall in. And I generally think we have I don't want to say all stars, but like again, I go back to the whole OKC Thunder and how they're built, where they just have so many young guys and they contribute, whether it's on the offensive side or defensive side of the ball. And I just can't wait for this team. And again, I'll keep emphasizing these young guys are always taking advantage of their opportunities, even in the season when you're going to go down as probably the worst teams record wise. So just love to see it.
Hey man, AB, preach! Come on now. All right, so we're gonna get into the rest of the comments, but before we do, we're gonna take a small break, y'all. All right. And that was a very small break. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get back into these comments. Virginia Slim, my guy, says, sup, fellas? Good win tonight. And the Wizards officially won more games than last season. Amen. Much more room for improvement, but it's good to see the progress. Wizards had a solid season through it all. Absolutely. Like I said, it's progress. It's progression. You definitely want to see a better team next year and definitely want to see that playing team the year after, but we are headed in the right direction. Bam Twaxel, I guess. I guess that's how you say it. I'm proud of my boys. Amen. I'm with you on that. Definitely proud of this young squad, man. Proud of this team overall. I'm proud of this organization, man. This front office, this coaching staff. Like I said, even the towel guy, he's doing an immaculate job getting that sweat up. I'm the same. This team overall is looking good. I like the progression. I really do. Dan TK84 says, I like the way Saul played, but he has to get stronger with the ball. He loses the ball a lot more than you need, but he is really, really progressing. I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I think you're looking at I think he's talking about Sarr. Yeah, I mean, Sarr with the turnovers. Yeah, I agree, but he has gotten better every single week, man. I mean, in a rookie campaign, I'm gonna say you didn't see this progress from your young core underneath the last regimes. You didn't see it. AB, you did not see this type of progression underneath the Ernie Grunfeld. You daggone sure didn't see this under Tommy Shepard, man. I mean, like I said, this is a testament to the coaching staff, the front office, these players that we're picking, high character, versatile, two-way prospects, man. Who these kids, these young men, they want to get better. They want to be coached. They are coachable. They have the high character. They have the high basketball IQ. I'm trying to tell you, we are headed in a beautiful direction, man. CPR says why they are not keeping JP on the court. Towards the end, man, they're putting these young guys in, Jalen Martin, stuff like that. So it's kind of like, garbage time trying to get minutes to these young guys. Like I said, they're going to prioritize, development of these young guys. And like I said, JP13 has no problem getting his own. He's going to get his. He's been playing at a high level, all-star level. So JP13 is going to get his regardless, man. Matt Kung says they're trying to tank, so load management is needed to prevent unwanted injuries. Yep, kind of answered the question for me. All right, let's see. Booker Getter, what's good, my guy? The best scorer in the draft is Trey Johnson or Dylan Harper. Ace has the most upside to be the best scorer in the league. Flag will be the safest pick, and his defense makes him a two-way stud. I agree with all points, man. I'm agreeing on everything. I mean, we think, AB.
Yeah, no, I completely agree too. I got to do more on Trey Johnson, but his name has been brought up a lot. for me, I'm still an ace guy, and I think his ability to just be an offensive demon, taking the ball to the hoop, shooting it away from downtown. Flag, I think his upside with his size, how young he is, I just think he's going to be the best player in the draft and potentially could be one of the faces of the league. And I can't wait, man. This draft's going to be exciting.
Yep, I'm with you on that, man. Let's see. Leon J. Bugsy Horsey says, we did a great job trading Kyle. Exactly what we wanted. A first-round pick and a former all-star. Why do you guys keep saying that is beyond me? AB, I guess y'all let you respond. I don't know if he's talking about us or I
think he's I'm assuming because we traded Kuzma to the Bucks and we got AJ Johnson in return. Is that what he's trying to say? Or?
I mean, I guess he's alluding to we keep indicating that we waited too long to trade him. I mean, we did. We did. I mean, I like the deal, but we waited too long. I mean, the asking price at one point was 2 first-round picks. So I mean, you did wait too long. So I mean, I like the move. I've never, I've said the whole time I like the move. So I don't know. Good move. Let's see. Dan Tico84 says Vuk is a baller. I see his development, and he is much needed on this team. I agree on all points, man. He is a baller, man. 7-footer, man. We got two 7-footers who can stretch the floor, who can put the ball on the floor, who can be lob threats, and who can definitely roll in transition. Trying to tell you, man, this does not happen under Tommy Shepard. All right, let's see. Jimmy Go Outside says y'all keep an eye out on that Derek Queen versus Alex Cordon matchup tomorrow. Absolutely, I agree. If the Wiz drop to 5 or 6, maybe Queen, but I love Cordon at 24. That's a good point, AB. Cordon at 24. Me personally, I'm a Danny Wolf guy out of Michigan. I don't see it. We won't go beyond 5. So at this point, it doesn't get any worse than 5. So Derek Queen at 5, I can see that. But I ain't going number 1. I stand behind that. I ain't going number 1, brother. I'm not going number 1. NBA News says Jordan Poole next year is going to be pure popcorn every game. Definitely expect all-star for him. Deadpool and Sar are so exciting for these. I agree. Jordan Poole will be an all-star next year because his team will be much improved. JP13 earned it this year, but obviously team performance big detriment. But like I said, he will be an all-star next year. Book it. All right, let's see. Jimmy's Go Outside says, be sure to like y'all. Appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. So, like I said, if you love our content, definitely hit that like button, man. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. The best in the North says, Sar really coming in the zone. It's scary for the NBA, but fun for us fans. Look, this team's going to put the league on notice. And, when you talk about young up-and-coming franchise, obviously you look at teams like Orlando. And, fair enough, yes. But give this team another 2 to 3. I'm trying to tell you, they're going to be one of the probably the most young and dangerous teams in the Eastern Conference, man. This team is heading in the right direction. You see progression with these young talents. So keep the faith, man. Keep the faith, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, man. Let's see. He also says, gotta say, I didn't expect much from Thor and Jones, but they're doing things, and wow, Johnson got moves, man. Yeah. AJ Johnson, Kobe Jones, JG Thor. We have so much depth of young talent, man, that the guys who were G League guys are coming in and playing quality minutes. I'm just saying, what was it? 2 buzzer beaters, man, tonight from Kobe Jones. And like I said, Kings fans got on me, AB. He said, BScott, come on, man. He can't shoot. He can't shoot. I don't know. He ain't look too bad tonight for a guy that can't shoot. Just saying. All right, Dan TK4 said, Brandon, AB, I want to know, hypothetically speaking, who'd you keep on this roster long term? Ooh, I don't know if I can answer that right now, man. We need a show with hypothetical GM moves, but I got you on that, and that is definitely something that I've already got in the motion, man. So, like I said, we are very close to off season. So once we get in off season, once we get past grades for the season, we're gonna get into a lot of scenarios going forward, and obviously draft time. Me and AB are gonna get really knee deep in the draft process. So, I can't answer that right now, man.
I was gonna say, but you talked about it one time how maybe in the future, if you want to acquire that superstar to get you in that contending category, do what the Cavs did with Donovan Mitchell. So maybe pair some young guys. But as of right now, I don't want to give away any of our chips right now.
No, it's too early, man. You don't want to make that major move to at least year 4 or 5. Year 4 or 5 is when you make that big move, man. When you want to go over the hump from an AFC or a playing team to really contend, to really, really challenge in the East, man. So we got time. We're still evaluating because, like I said, not every young prospect on this team is going to be here when we win our next championship. And that's just the raw reality, man. So a lot of tough decisions, man. But like I said, I got all the confidence in the world in this front office to get it done. The best in the North says JP been pretty durable this season. No reason to burn him out for nothing. Yeah, I mean, you want him to get his minutes, but then I'm with you, man. I mean, we're not playing for anything. So why burn him out? I mean, it looks like his elbow injury is good, man. So like I said, there's no threat of aggravating it. But like I said, I understand giving them minutes because like I said, you definitely want them to build that chemistry with JP. But then I would understand if they sit him too because like I said, right now it's all about evaluating. And I don't think they need to evaluate much with Jordan Poole, man. Like I said, he's earned the right to be part of this team at least for the next 2 years. And like I said, if they decide to keep him long term, I definitely understand. If they trade him, I understand too. I'm a big JP13 guy, but like I said, I also know the business of the NBA. So the better he plays, the more trade value he will have. So I definitely think he's a keeper. But like I said, Will Dawkins, man, if he's willing to trade Denny, he's going to trade anybody else, man, outside the young core. So I'm just saying, y'all. Let's see. Dan Gator Forces. I like the top 3 prospects, but I feel like Bailey can do it. I think all Bailey can do is score. I'm sure he's a two-way player. I mean, you see potential defensively. Offensively, you see that scoring potential. Absolutely. But my biggest thing with Ace Bailey, and it's done against Ace Bailey, I think he's still worthy of a top 3 pick. He is box office, man, but he needs to become more efficient, shoots a lot of bad shots, and driving to the lane, he definitely needs to work on a faster first step and finding, working on his footwork, hitting the hole, man. But once he does that, he's going to be not only probably the best scorer in his draft, but one of the best scorers in the NBA when it's all said and done. But he's, look, everybody in his draft, even Cooper Flag, they still need to be developed. Nobody's a finished product in his draft. Don't get it twisted. There's no LeBron James in his draft. There's no Zion Williamson. There's no guy who's going to automatically come in. Cooper Flag is still young, man. I mean, like I said, you see the star potential with the top 3, but in the same fashion, look, in certain ways, LeBron still had to be developed in certain ways, man. I mean, obviously, generational talent, but nobody's a finished product in this draft, man. Let's see. NBA News says AB rocking those horns. Hook them. Oh, and I thought you were Virginia. Look, you're wrong with University of Texas. What you doing, AB? Come on.
My favorite color is orange. Obviously, I'm still Hokie till I die, but I just love orange. I cannot buy. I thrifted this too, so
All right, man. They end up playing Texas, man. You better hide that shirt. I'm the same. Let's see. Bucket Getter says Ace's athleticism allows him to get crazy blocks. With more effort, he 100% could be a two-way. Absolutely. I agree 100%. His problem is playmaking, separation, and rim pressure. I agree on all points, man. Bucket Getter, man. Throwing that knowledge out there. Just trying to tell y'all. Let's see. Dan T84, he's not a fan. He says Bailey jack shots up like Kuz. Laugh out loud. Lord. Okay. I mean, look, I respect your take, man. He does shoot a lot of bad shots. I think, like I said, nobody's a finished product. I mean, everybody in this draft is going to need work. Let's be real. Nobody is going to come in and all. Wembanyama is one of those unicorns where just with his size and his versatility and his athleticism with that size just makes him, you know what I mean? He's just one of those guys, man. Overall in this draft, you have a lot of star potential, but like I said, they're young. Cooper Flag is 18. I mean, you can't expect him to come out the gates, man, and play at a high level. He still needs to develop. So Locked Along says no more volume shooters. I'm with you on that. All right, so we're gonna do 2 more. And Brian says, speaking of orange, go Birds. There you go. Let's see. Dan T. Creative Forces, this team is moving in the right direction, and we all are along for the ride. Absolutely. Put your seatbelt on because we on for the ride, baby. All right, guys. Last one of the night. Oh, we've got 2 more, man. Let's see. Dan T. Creative Forces also says, yes, he's young, but I like him. But I think the way Poole plays to have Bailey, there's a lot of bad shots thrown up. But don't get me wrong, he is a baller. Yeah, like I said, when it's all said and done, he's going to be a good player. We definitely need more scoring. So, like I said, you can't go wrong with top 3. The best of the North says the defense is Sarr Coulibaly. Adding Flag would be a nightmare for opposing defense. I agree, man. Opposing offenses, I agree 100%. When you look at the defensive lineup with Sarr Coulibaly and Flag, amongst other people, this is going to be a defense-first team. This is going to be a versatile 2-way team. Watch out now. Let's see. We're gonna. We got one from Gideon. It's gonna be the last one tonight, y'all. Gideon says I don't like Ace Bailey. Too selfish, and his defense ain't that good. He needs work. Like I said, I think when it's all said and done, he will be a star in this league. But he needs work. And like I said, he does shoot bad shots. Do want some more separation. Can't be selfish this time. ISO, very ISO heavy. I agree on all points. But like I said, looking at the draft, in the words of the great GM Will Dawkins, it's not so much what he is now. Is what he can be down the road. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it night. Like I said, let's see a couple comments. Patrick, we need Patrick Queen. Good Lord. Come on now. We are commanders here, man. Come on now. Patrick Queen. Let's see. He's a linebacker. Yeah, we don't need Patrick Queen. because we got Bobby Wagner, baby. I'm just saying. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. So before we roll out, AB, you got anything else you want to cover, man?
Wizards, man, they get 16 wins, one more than last year. Hope maybe a couple more to come. I don't know, but it's improvement. It might be very, very marginally small, but at the end of the day, it's improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna go ahead and say now, we win 18 games. I mean, we will win a couple more games, man. I would not be surprised if we got 20 because, like I said, this team plays hard. They play to win the games, man. So, like I said, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. So tomorrow we head back home for a 5-game homestand. So, like I said, we will be going like they play the Indiana Pacers. So it's a 7 o'clock tip off. So we'll see you guys at 9:30. And I was 50-50 right now because I did have a very eventful and a long weekend last weekend, man. But it's 50-50 whether I'm going to cover the Brooklyn Nets game on Saturday. But if I do, I'm definitely gonna get in the press conference, man. And I'm matter of fact, I'll do you one better. If I end up covering the game on Saturday versus the Brooklyn Nets, we're gonna go live from Capital One. So I'll definitely let you guys know. But like I said, definitely appreciate everybody taking time out of your night to rock with your boys, man. So all right, AB, let's go ahead and call it a night. Hail to the Wizards and peace. See you guys next time.